ordinarily, in most of the teams we've played in, we've been the man. It's been a one-man team type scenario. Occasionally, there's been the odd player that has also contributed quite significantly to a team's successes. But more often than not, it's kind of me and then... But here at Manchester United, we are certainly a three-man team. A trio. Myself, Osimhen and Sheldrup are certainly the three that are helping Manchester United achieve what we're achieving this year. 34 goals and 18 assists for me, 16 and 8 for Osimhen, and 15 and 15 for Andreas Sheldrup. Nice to see some growth continually from Andreas as well. When we first started playing Andreas Sheldrup, I think he was 78 or 9 rated in that cam spot, and he's really grown to become very much a key man of the way that we play, actually. We take Burnley on today in the FA Cup to begin in the round of 16 to hopefully get ourselves through to the quarterfinals, but after draws against lowly Southampton and Bournemouth yesterday and only a narrow win against Aston Villa, our previous high-scoring, solid performance streak is looking like it might be over. I'd like to get back to it if we can, with a game against Wolves and Tottenham as well to come after the FA Cup, but we shall start with the most famous domestic cup competition on the planet. We hope to win it this year. We hope to win the Premier League as well, and we are 9 points clear of our third opponents today, Tottenham, in the league. So beat Spurs, and we take a giant jump towards the Premier League trophy this season. Even just avoiding defeat against Spurs would give us a significant jump towards the Premier League title this season. And Manchester City in the league aren't too far away either. Let's see what our objectives are like then for this FA Cup game at home against Burnley. I was the tifo there, so hopefully I can give the fans a performance to justify having me as that guy held up there. Go for the conversion rate again because I want the Maverick points, but I don't think I'm going to get, was it 75%? 75% conversion rate. Yeah. Not happening. Not unless I take one shot, score it, and then never shoot again. Shootout to me. I've beaten one man. I've got more men around me, though. It's actually Anthony that's in. Oh, how unlucky are we? Anthony's in on the left for this one. Tim plays as well. We have rotated slightly for this FA Cup tie, I've noticed, which I didn't when seeing the lineups earlier on. Shootout to me. Beat everybody. There goes the 100% shot conversion chances. One effort, blocked well by a defender. One post hit by a teammate as well. It's Josh Brownhill into Martinez. I mean, someone needs to close him down. Maybe they knew that he couldn't shoot. That was really bad. Really bad. He's just scooped that a good 5 or 6 feet over the bar. Well, if that's the standard of finishing we're going to see from Burnley, I'm not too... For a minute there, I thought they were just going to go and score and just absolutely undo everything I was about to say. I'm not too concerned about the way that Burnley are going to play today, if that's the standing of their finishing. But judging by Caicedo's touch there, if that's going to be the standard of our defending this season, not this season, in this fixture, then maybe we do have something to worry about. But if we can just outscore them, then it doesn't matter. Another goal for my tally for the season. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Zaroury. Diakite to Zaroury again. And Cullen, supposedly considering retirement, according to some of the graphics we've seen throughout the course of this fixture so far. Cullen. Hopefully we can send him packing with no opportunity to potentially get Burnley a trophy in his final season. Gets really lucky there. Oh, but the finish is very good. Shootout doesn't really do very well there at all, to be completely honest. But he gets lucky, and the finish from Sheldrup just catches the keeper out. We lead by 2. We will be going to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I'm a much bigger fan of Anthony on the right and Osimhen on the left, if I'm completely honest. But evidently, manager believes that Osimhen deserves a rest, and that's fair enough. Either Osimhen deserves a rest or Shootout deserves a start. Probably a mixture of both, actually. And to be fair, with the assist for the second goal, Shootout has earned that start, certainly. Come on then. Out wide. Caicedo's there. He'll come back to me here. And hopefully Sheldrup make the run. He has done. He's in. I don't understand why he's played the pass. Sheldrup has 30 goal contributions so far this season. Now, even more so having scored a goal in this game. And, well, quite frankly, Andreas Sheldrup could maybe even have twice that if he just shot sometimes when he goes for a pass. We could be even further clear at the top of the Premier League table. We might not have even gotten grouped in the Champions League and not have gone out of the Cup against Bristol City in the Carabao as well. The quadruple could be on. As it stands, it's just the double. The double is certainly good enough, but I would like to win the Champions League before this series is out. And getting grouped this year with a very good Manchester United squad, or certainly 11, is not the way I wanted to go about things this season. Buckley given away. Never mind. Hopefully we'll get a move to someone like Real Madrid at the end of the season, having won the FA Cup and the Premier League with Manchester United. And then we can go for the Champions League with them instead. Costello and Xerxes and 2-1 Burnley. Very, very simple goal for Burnley there. They're back in the game. Just a ball down the line. Nobody closes him down. Ball inside. Nobody marks Xerxes. Slammed home. Pretty straightforward. It's not the best at defending, is it? We'll have to be much better than that throughout the rest of the half. Otherwise, we'll let Burnley back in this. It's poor from Burnley. They're just being a bit wasteful here. What they need is a little bit of solidarity from their players now. And some good performances. No mistakes, but they're getting mistakes. It's not going to cost them yet, though. I could have made it 3 there and sealed the victory. Tim could nod this down. Richie will find Shoretiro, who doesn't find me. My guy just didn't really want to pay attention to the ball there, did he? We've had 75% possession in the last 15 minutes and 3 shots, but we haven't found that third goal. And the longer we don't, the more Burnley have the chance of finding an equaliser. And we're continually having to just throw bodies in the way to ensure they don't get it as well. Less than 20 minutes to hold on here. I was hoping we weren't going to be in a position to need to hold on when we were 2-0 up at half-time. But we are having to do exactly that. Xerxes, Odriozola offside, thankfully. Pressure relieved. Throw for them. Onana. Xerxes, don't. Oh, thought for a minute he was going to squeeze it at the near post. I thought for a minute we were going to give away a penalty. Xerxes certainly their go-to man, isn't he? Up top. He might be on the end of this as well. Oh, God, we are living a charmed life at the back at the moment. Ranocchia. I was going to say, surely not from distance from him. Martinez. Here's Ranocchia again. And relax. Deary me. That is getting troublesome at the back for us at the moment. I'm tempted just to go straight for the corner. But Shoretiro could have been in behind if I knew how to pass a football. Deary me, Ches. Come on, mate. That is not great. Ranocchia. Must be a different Ranocchia playing left wing. Twine intercepted by Domingos Duarte. And then given back to Burnley. And punished. Scott Twine gives it a 2-2 scoreline. That is all our doing. My poor pass leads to their attack, and then terrible defending gifts them possession back again, and it's 2-2 here. And it won't be a replay in the quarter-final, I believe. Oh, sorry, in the round of 16. Oh, is it the quarter-final? It might be a replay in the round of 16. I'm not sure. In the quarter-final, it goes to extra time. Don't know if that's the case in the round of 16 or not. So we will either have another half an hour here at Old Trafford against Burnley, or a replay to play. Unless, of course, that is, we can score a winner in these last few seconds. Oh, which we very nearly did. Sure. End of second half, it says. It is another 30. Extra time on the way in the FA Cup. Burnley, after being 2-0 down at half-time, managed to get it back to level pegging. Oh, dearie me. If we go out of the FA Cup now, like this, it'll be just as bad as the defeat in the Carabao Cup to Bristol City. 1-0 to the Robins and a 2-0 lead thrown away against the Clarets. We're having a bit of a dodgy spell here, aren't we? With the draw against Southampton yesterday and the draw against Bournemouth yesterday, and now giving away a 2-goal lead against Burnley in the FA Cup. We're being tested. We're having our character tested as a team to see if we do genuinely have what it takes to ride a rough spell and come out on top with trophies at the end of the season. It's not that rough a spell. We're only drawing a couple of games and not losing them, he says, as we could end up losing here in the FA Cup. But Zidane Iqbal comes off the bench and hits the bar, denying me an assist, denying us a lead, and now only 15 minutes to try and get it in the back of the net again. Brownhill backing up, finding Martinez into the box. And away, please. Parisi brings it down, and Caicedo will get it forward. Osimhen off the bench here. And we can rely on Victor for high-level performances and, crucially, for goals as well. As soon as I start praising him, however, he unfortunately gives the ball away rather poorly. And now here come Burnley. If it weren't for Zidane Iqbal's interception, he might not be able to score a goal, Zidane Iqbal. Not on this occasion anyway, but he's at least decent in the tackle. And that's a free kick for us. And I'm going to try and get this left here to Osimhen. We'll take it quickly. He's got Iqbal there. His shot is blocked, however. Anthony McTominay saved and round for a corner. 4 even minutes to go here in the second half of extra time. Looking for a winner in the FA Cup. Burnley and Manchester United. Anthony lets that run. Please. Oh my God. How have we not won it? McTominay, 5 yards out from goal. Keeper beaten. Defender gets a block in. Osimhen can't get to that. We can't get to the loose ball. It's going to be either a Burnley winner or a penalty shootout here in the FA Cup quarter-final. Times are tense at Old Trafford. It's to be penalties, from which you have to put faith in your teammates. There's only so much you personally can do in a penalty shootout. And let's hope that I can actually do it. I will try and pop this into the corner. Wasn't in the corner as far as I might have liked, but it hit the back of the net at least. Martinez for them. Saved by De Gea. It's a great start in the penalty shootout. We need it to continue. Lovely from Osimhen into the bottom corner. It's Richardson for Burnley now. David De Gea, a penalty saviour multiple times in his career before. And doing the job again today. Zidane Iqbal does put the ball in the back of the net this time. And if Burnley miss this, then it's the most straightforward penalty shootout we could possibly have wished for. And all of our trials and tribulations in the game were worth it. Burnley bury it. It's 3-1. But if we score this with Anthony, then we are through. But we haven't done. Anthony has his penalty saved. Onana now for Burnley. David De Gea makes 3 FA Cup round of 16 penalty shootout saves to ensure that Manchester United do make it to the quarter-finals in this year's competition. It was tense, it was tight. At times it was terrible for Manchester United in defence. But Burnley are beaten at the death. With a penalty shootout being what decides the tie. It could have been done inside 90 minutes. It could have been done inside extra time. But it wasn't to be. We had to go through the rigmarole of a penalty shootout, which in the end was relatively straightforward. Thankfully. Man of the match again. Dropped to the bench again. Okay. That's just the way of things. Well, with that game being as elongated as it was, and with my voice at the minute hanging on, we shall play just one more game then in today's episode of The Glory Hunter. That being Wolves away. Wait, my training didn't take me into the starting lineup. What? Okay, well, I'll be on the bench then against Wolves. At least we can improve as a player, however, because we have made it to level 36. I'm going to go and put those 4 skill attributes on. And let's make ourselves even better, shall we? Let's take one out of heading there and put that into penalties then. Does that make me 90 rated? It doesn't. I can't get to 90 rated with my skill set as it currently is. We will need to go up another level. We'll have a reshuffle of what we've done attribute-wise here to actually get ourselves into a position to be higher rated. We might need to be in a position where we need to think about maybe putting on some archetypes to significantly improve ourselves in a number of areas. I could, in fact, take off what I put on here and actually improve in just my finishing stats. So let's take those on. That's freed up 6. So I will have the capability actually to put 1 back into my heading accuracy and then put on the finisher archetype, which will give me 99 finishing, 99 shot power, and 96 long shots. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 92 rated. Well, that changes things. I'm now valued at 200... No, still only valued at 192 million. 198 million, apparently. That's intriguing. Games against Spurs have now been rescheduled because of the FA Cup tie. So actually, it's Chelsea away in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup we play after this Wolves game. So we'll play Chelsea twice tomorrow, away and at home. We'll concentrate then on this substituted game against Wolves. If I'm still on the bench after this game, then we'll do the game against Chelsea as well. But I am now not just 90 rated, I'm 90 bloody 2. I am one of, if not the, best striker in the world now officially. With 25 minutes to go and make the difference. Let's win against Wolves, please. Go for the dribble success because it's easily done. Position striker, goals, please. Osimhen taken off for me. He only plays on the left-hand side when I'm starting. When I'm not in the 11, it's Osimhen that gets the nod in the striking role. Now, Sheldrup is getting forward here, but I just don't feel like I can get it to him. We can find McTominay, though. This is brilliantly done, and Shoretire Neely gives us an immediate lead as we come off the bench here. Now then, can I get myself the chance from the corner? No, I don't think so. Not there like that. Pulisic wins the header. Gonzalez gets the game. Hello, son. Sheldrup. Still no goal. Ramiro with a double save. Corner again. Oh, it's over me. Can we win this? No. Can we win this? No. Campbell gets up to it. Gonzalez brings it down. Sheldrup. Anthony. Oh, if they could have gotten that to me, I might have stood the chance of scoring. Well, dominant pressure as we come off the bench here, but no goal yet. Breaks the challenge. Pabega to Pellegrini, to Nonto, to Pabega again, blocked by Gonzalez, doing his job in his first start for the team. Taken short. And won again by Parisi. Nice to see our 2 highest rated fullbacks involved. Although Logan Buckley does do very well at right back for only 81 rated. Nice tackle by Anthony this time. Well, if we had pressure when we first came off the bench, that pressure is certainly flipped now, isn't it? We can't get rid of this. Pulisic into the box. Back to Pabega. Zinchenko. Well blocked. Win it. Win it. Win it. We can't get there, Sheldrup. Simakan to Roberts. They've got some good players, don't they? Wolves here. Pabega. Nonto is going to be late 80s, you imagine. Roberts. Elise, mid-80s at the very least. Well intercepted by Domingos Duarte. And as far as Pellegrini and Christian Pulisic now. And Pabega and saved by David De Gea. Still the pressure builds on the Manchester United goal. Deary me. We might only be having 2 games in this episode. But there is a lot of goalmouth action and a lot of highlights, isn't there? We just can't get rid of it. Go away, Wolves. Elise. Back to Pulisic. And Campbell. Pabega. McTominay tackles. Foul, though, given. Oh, in our favour, thankfully. Jeez Louise. At last, we get rid of the ball. Out. Shoretire jumps over it. Buckley. Buckley is playing as well. So Buckley and Parisi and Gonzalez are all involved. So I don't know who's playing where then in our defence at the minute. Shoretire in. Sheldrup. Oh, I should have called for a pass. I can't believe I didn't, to be honest. I put so much faith in Sheldrup there that he was going to score when I was in such space. Just needed to ask him to square it to me, and I'd have had a simple tap into an empty net. 11 minutes to go, still 0-0 here. Not as much on the line, of course, with this not being the knockout competition now. But still, we want to make sure we get wins in the Premier League. And after getting draws in the Premier League 2 out of 3 times yesterday, we're pretty sure that we're desperate for 3 points on this occasion. Otherwise, that gap at the top is going to continue to tumble. It has been as high as 12. It's down, or was down, as quote-unquote low as 9. And if we draw here and Spurs win, it'll be down to 7. And then if we lose to Spurs when we play them later in the season, it'll be down to 4. And if we lose to City, it could come down even further. McTominay, to me, I can't quite get that to Sheldrup. Samuel Ritchie's done very well. Superbly, in fact, to then find Sheldrup as well, who inexplicably tries to squeeze it to me through the gap that doesn't exist, rather than play the simple ball to Anthony. There, he tries to play the pass to me. Earlier, he didn't, went for the shot. Zinchenko down the line now. Former Arsenal and Manchester City man finds Nonto, whose pass is waylaid, and we will get rid of it. This feels like it's just been one constant highlight in this Wolves game. Samuel Ritchie down the line, perhaps. No, back centrally. Now to McTominay. Now I'll go down the line. Please be onside, Shola. He's not. Samuel Ritchie. McTominay. Come on, let's get 3 points, lads. Let's get the win. Buckley. McTominay. Buckley again. Ritchie to me. All the way out wide. Sheldrup is there. He's come to me, in fact. I'll look for Andreas. I can't find him. I've tried to force it through a gap that wasn't there that time. Samuel Ritchie. Nice. Ezekiel Bravo under control. Finds me. Oh, I just needed to get it under control myself. And Soratiro was there waiting, desperate to receive the ball. Sheldrup goes for goal. We put the keeper under pressure. Not to be flustered. Flung himself at that man in the middle. McTominay. It's given away. It's going to be a 0-0 draw here against Wolves, and it feels like, since I came on the pitch, we've barely had a moment to breathe. Alex Ramiro has made a couple of good saves. 3, in fact. And we've had some goalmouth opportunities to win this 2 or 3-0. Thankfully, we won't lose it at the end, but we're not going to win it either. That's 3 draws in our last 4 Premier League games. And 4 draws in our last 5 games all told, with only that 1-0 win against Aston Villa yesterday being a victory. Chelsea play Manchester City, so hopefully City drop points. And I might even be on the bench for the FA Cup game against Chelsea here if I'm not too careful. If I am, I might do that today as well. If I'm not, it's going to be a start. Then I will give my voice the opportunity to rest before recording the next episode. Are we to get into the starting lineup for that Chelsea game? We are. So we will start tomorrow's episode in the starting lineup. I'm not going to do that one because I don't want the heartbeat points. If I can get to 94 rated, then Manchester United will renegotiate my contract to £390,000 a week. Holy moly. My value has now updated with my overall rating boost. 92 rated Chesnoid is £257 million. I don't know who might well be able to afford me in the summer. Hopefully Real Madrid do come in for me. I'd love to go to Real to end the series. Manchester United versus Chelsea in the FA Cup quarter-final at Stamford Bridge tomorrow, followed by Brentford away and then Chelsea back at home. Not long to go now in all competitions. 3 games potentially only in the FA Cup. And in the Premier League, we are 7 points only clear of Tottenham, with them left to play. Manchester City are falling off the wagon. They've dropped down to 4th now. Could be back to 3rd with a win, but they're so far off the top that it really is turning into another 2-horse race again. But it's us and Tottenham rather than us and City now. And we do still have Spurs to play. And if our draws continue, then our league title campaign might have a really late wobble. There are too many grey results in there. The 2-2 draw against Burnley, of course, after 120 minutes, added into the fact of 4 of the past 5 games drawn. We need wins moving forward tomorrow, and lots of them, please. Join me for it. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Of course, join me on the main channel too for continued Glory Hunter action with the manager mode. But for now, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.